And it's back. It's that time again where we roast chuds because why the fuck not? Yeah, it's wary with Cary time. I'm a bit wasted now, not wary, so wasted wary with Cary. And we have a popular shithead, transphobe, overall garbage human being, uh, Matt Walsh. My phone's acting stupid. Food bar phone acting up. He's got a video where he literally mauls over his show for having gay characters in it for less than a damn minute. I am not kidding. No, the video's not less than a minute. The characters are in it for less than a minute. So let's see the people who claim they are not snowflakes act like complete snowflakes about literally a kid's show. Let's watch this. Let's make fun of this dumbass. Motherfucker Matt. Oh yeah, we got this asshole Greg Abbott, man. Fuck you, Greg Abbott, you little ass. You fucking douchebag that's literally doing human trafficking. Fuck you, bitch.
This is from E! Online. It says, Penny Polar Bear is very excited to share about her parents. For the first time in its nearly 2-decade-long run, Peppa Pig has included a same-sex couple. The moment comes during the episode entitled Families, which aired on Britain's Channel 5 on September 6th. The short scene happens when Peppa's classmate, Penny Polar Bear, discusses her family during the school day. I'm Penny Polar Bear, she says, as she draws a photo of her two mothers in a dress. I live with my mommy and my other mom. One mommy is a doctor, and one mommy cooks spaghetti. I love spaghetti.
I don't think Matt likes spaghetti. Look at that face. That's exactly the face I made watching this shithead's videos. Oh, look at his shitty books. These are the shitty books he wrote. Johnny the Walrus, which is a horribly transphobic book, kid's book that he used to try to claim he's a queer author. And then, What is a Woman? A very transphobic book and movie. And fuck Matt Walsh, first of all. Fuck you, dickhead. You're a piece of shit. So before I get into what this stupid jabroni's gonna say, let me just say, like, I don't think having one episode with a character that has gay parents in 20 years of a kid's show is bad in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I think making a big deal about it is kind of stupid. If it doesn't affect your life, why do you care? And, like, it's not like you're gonna watch the episode, dude. What does it matter? There's plenty of kids shows with straight couples. This is a basic premise, what I'm going for here. Nobody cares. Another popular kids show turns gay. That's a dumb title, too, because it's not turning gay. It has two gay characters throughout the entire history of the show. I've never watched Peppa Pig, but I don't assume there are other characters that are gay. If there were, who cares, you know? It's like gay is like straight. They're just similar things. There's sexualities. What's the big deal? Literally nothing wrong with it. Now let's watch Matt clearly vomit out a horribly bigoted reply. As again, he claims he is not part of the cancel culture or the snowflake left. And just basically proves he completely is.
So this is quite a lot of celebrating happening on social media and in the media today as Peppa Pig has now included a gay couple. Another one bites the dust. Another one goes woke. I can't say I'm surprised by it. I knew the day was going to come.
Well, what is woke about having a gay couple, Matt? Explain that to me. Would it be woke if her parents were just a man and a woman together, a cis man and a cis woman? Why is this woke? I know you idiots couldn't define the word woke. If Jigsaw threatened to cut off your fucking dick and balls and feed them to you, and if you did so define it, you also would get $1 million. You still could not define it because it literally means nothing. It's literally a word that you have to use, this statement you try to use to cover all your stupid bigotry bullshit as a way of you going, well, I'm not racist, I'm not homophobic, I'm not transphobic, I'm not sexist, I'm just against woke stuff. But you can't define it. But, like, I would love this dude. I wouldn't want to talk to this dude in a million years, but just, like, to have the lasso of truth on this bitch. I said, what do you mean by woke? And I bet you the answer would be gay people. So how are gay people woke, man? Explain that to me. How are they woke? You can't, because there is no explanation other than you're just a homophobic shithead.
It is especially upsetting for me because I have always found Peppa Pig to be one of the least objectionable, and by that I mean least annoying kid shows. Most, even taking the wokeness out of it completely, most kid shows are totally obnoxious and stupid, and I can't even be in the same room as them. Paw Patrol, that sort of thing. And also the animation is just ugly and lifeless, and everything about it is terrible. Peppa Pig I've always found to be, tolerable. It's got a little bit of a charm to it, and there are moments.
Tolerable is a word that nobody would ever use for you in any way, shape, or form, Matt. Except maybe it's tolerable to watch Matt Walsh when you're constipated on the toilet and you really need to drop a big dump.
Here and there, a little bit of sly kind of humor for the adults, and not much of that, but a little bit. But mostly, it's a seemingly nice kind of innocent show for kids. And I could be in the room while it's on without wanting to jump out of a window.
Can I say that it's a shame he didn't jump out of the window? Of course, I'm kidding.
But of course, I knew that eventually this would happen. Anything that exists for kids, any kind of kid entertainment, kid content, eventually they'll get around to it. And now they have with Peppa Pig. Let me ask you something. What if there was someone out there who kept a log of every single...
Yeah, we're not going to let this fucker promote his bullshit. Screw you, dude. Screw your homophobia and screw you.
That the left always pulls with these sorts of things, very familiar.
The Left. Isn't it a British show? What is this guy even...
Does not do that, though.
Let's shut him up first. I'm going to have a response to this because this is general bitching and moaning and malding and melting. Which the left does, but not the right, because the right's so smart, right? And so willing to not throw tantrums.
That the left always pulls with these sorts of things, very familiar, and they're already pulling these moves here.
Got the left this year's class. What a
loser.
loser.
They say to any critics, like anyone like myself who criticizes the inclusion of a gay subplot on Peppa Pig, what they'll say to us is, number one, why do you care so much?
Yes, why do you care?
Why do you make such a big deal out of it?
Exactly, you
and then the other thing
dipshits.
they'll say is, this isn't political.
It's not.
No agenda here. It's just they're just showing that gay people exist.
Yes. It's like he gets it, but now he's going to regurgitate some random bigoted shit.
Well, neither of those narratives are going to hold in this case because of this. Continuing with the online story says, the inclusive storyline has been a long time coming. In 2019, a petition called for the show to feature same-sex couples so children at, quote, an impressionable age can be educated on them.
So what's wrong with that, Matt? Why do you care so much? I don't know that Matt Walsh is a Christian, but I'm sure he fucking is. And I'm sure he has his kids, like, learning about Bible stories, like, at 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. Like, the average Peppa Pig audience, right? Like 5 to 10, he's got them in there learning about how God loved the world and flooded it and killed every person but spared the animals because he's a good God, right? Because, like, I remember I was, like, 4 and I had the animated Bible stories books. I'm sure he's definitely giving his kids this. And my family is the most religious, so... And I would be willing to bet this dude is. So my point is that, so he thinks it's perfectly fine. No political agenda to teach his kids all about religion. Teach them all about these stories that... Even if you believe they happen, there's a lot of them that are pretty intense, right? Like, we can admit that. If nothing else, we can say they're a little intense, especially for a kid to process. But showing people that people exist who just happen to be, their parents are two of the same gender, is wrong somehow? Why? Why is that wrong, man? Like, explain yourself. You can't explain that, but let's see this fool, what he's gonna fucking say.
Because this is what you want when you have your 4-year-old watching Peppa Pig. You want her to be educated on same-sex couples, rather than being educated on...
Why not?
1, 2, 3, ABC, that sort of thing.
It's not educating them on same-sex couples. It's letting them know they exist. That's not educating, you dumbass. That's just letting them know it's the same exact thing as a straight couple, and it fucking is. The only difference is that pathetic piece of shit losers like you have to bitch about it, and then make a bunch of money bitching about it, because we live in the worst world ever. Whoo boy.
But you want them to be educated about sexuality, says the petition. It went on, the petition did...
Then you should be against any heterosexual couples ever existing in a kid's show. Peppa Pig shouldn't have any couples by your logic. There should only be like asexual couples that are only together, but there's no romantic connection, no sexual feelings towards them whatsoever. Although I don't even know how you would convey that in a kid's show, like without a line that would reference, their sexuality, unless you just had them say one time they're ace or something. So by his logic, It's a completely hypocritical standard.
Excluding same-sex families will teach children that only families with either a single parent or two parents of different sexes are normal. This means that children of
Yes,
same-sex
exactly.
parents may feel alienated by Peppa Pig, and that other children may be more likely to bully them simply through ignorance. Well, except that first of all, single-parent households and same, different sex two-parent households are the normal. Those are the normal households. It just like statistically, it's just.
There's no such thing as normal. A gay couple's just normal as a straight couple. I mean, jeez, man. Like, I know there's no point in wearing a mask anymore. But can't you just say, like, I really, like, I'm not gonna say I ever respect this piece of shit, but I would just appreciate if he just honestly said, except, I hate gay people and gay couples make me sick and I really don't want to see them on kid shows. Instead of pulling this bullshit about normal, man, like, fuck you. You're a lying sack of shit. Like, get over yourself and your shitty looking beard. Your beard looks like, that, I can't remember the toy, but the one Mr. Baldy, the one you could put the hair on like as a kid, the fur stuff, that's what his beard looks like, a bad version of that, like the beard is barely held on by the little shavings.
It's a fact that those are the normal arrangements in our society and, in fact, in the whole history of human civilization. That's a statistical reality. But the fact that there was a petition. Okay, so you're petitioning, and I think there was like 30,000 plus signatures on this, of people on the left petitioning for lesbian characters.
Why do you assume it's people on the left? Maybe it's just people who aren't complete stupid shitheads like you. These dumb motherfuckers really think everything is the left. Like, here's the fucking clue, dude. I am not a leftist. I'm at best a progressive queer. And, like, there's plenty of people who are just identify as progressive and who don't identify as left or just don't have a political affiliation. They're just not part of your shitty homophobic bullshit, dude. Your bigoted, nonstop bullshit. It doesn't have to be the damn left, but to you, it's like one-sided, right? It's all the left. You can imagine somebody could vote for this and be even a Republican. Imagine a Republican, petition that. Is that so hard to imagine? I mean, not a Republican, not a Trumpican, not the ones that worship at the altar of Trump. Of course, not them, but like an actual Republican, someone like that. Like, man, I can see it, but Matt Walsh can't even fathom it because he is not a very smart man, and he is capable of even realizing these things.
In Peppa Pig, the fact that there's a petition means that you can't hit us with the why do you care so much? You obviously care quite a bit. You petitioned for it. You care so much about the sexuality of cartoon characters in preschooler shows that you had a petition for it.
Because maybe might as well be Bishop. He's the same bullshitter. You might as well just point out the fact that like some of these people who probably send the petition might actually be queer parents with kids, and they would like to see that. Like, Jesus, dude. It's not that hard to realize. And you caring so much is stupid, because why do you care? You have no stake in this. You literally could just turn the show off. You don't want your kids to see Peppa Pig, you weird little homophobic piece of shit.
And we also know that the characters are not being included just because that's the story that the people who make the show want to tell. They're doing it in response to a political petition. So, if you're on the left, you obviously care about this, and it is a political, ideological move. That's an absolute.
It's not political. The saying people exist, you dipshit.
In fact,
it's not. It's your feelings. It's literally your
as
fucking
a
feelings.
result of a petition. And now, the parents just have to decide. You want your kids watching shows that are, where the plots are created based on left-wing petitions? The answer for me is certainly no.
Oh, you are so full of shit. It has nothing to do with the petition. You give a shit because it's a gay couple. You made a whole 6-minute video for your mindless little fan base full of shitty homophobes because it's a gay couple. Like, I like how he thinks it's a big deal that a petition decided this plot. Like, a show that's been on 20 years. Does he think these ideas just come from nowhere? They come from the writers only? Maybe the writer, like, you have a group, usually you have a group, like a room full of writers, right? And they come up with an idea. Maybe they get the idea from a petition. Maybe they get the idea from watching the news. Like, Walsh is literally such a dumb fuck. Jesus. He's literally so stupid. And what really annoys me about this dude is that he just doesn't want it. I mean, he's admitted to being a theocratic fascist. That tells you the kind of fucking person he is. But other than that, like, he doesn't want to admit just being a homophobe or a transphobe. Just admit it, dude. Like, fuck you. You're fiddly veiled bullshit fools nobody. Even your own fan base, your own mindless cult, they know. Daily Wire dipshits. Yeah, but that's basically the video. I can't think of anything else to say about it. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought this would be more entertaining, but this dude is just spouting nonsense and lying his ass off. It's not even really fun to make fun of him. It's just weak. I don't know what to say anymore than that. It's just weak. Like, fuck you, Matt Walsh. If you don't like Peppa Pig, I don't care. I don't care about Peppa Pig at all, but fuck your stupid homophobia. Like, it's never, what really bugs about this is that who cares if it came out from a petition, right? You got a petition. Here, I'll be on camera now, because fuck that ugly bitch. I might be an ugly bitch, but I'm not an ugly, bigoted bitch who mauls over kids shows for no reason. Like, okay, so you're mad because it came about because of a petition. You're mad because, like, if it came out of a petition, who cares? But that's the choice they chose to make. They wanted to follow a petition. Aren't you about freedom? Isn't that what you're about? Shouldn't people have the ability to create what they want? If it's a petition, so what? You know? If I make a poll on Twitter, what should be my next YouTube video? And I put some choices and people pick that choice. I'm choosing to do my next YouTube video by petition. Does it mean that, oh, I'm being forced to? No, I'm choosing to do that. They could have just chose to ignore it if they wanted to. And another thing is that, like, it's never enough with you garbage people. Like, you make a big deal. If there's a gay character that's a lead character, you make a big deal. If there's a gay character, side character, you make a big deal. There's one episode with a gay character. We don't even know if we're going to see this couple ever again. And you make a big deal. But a show's been on the air 20 years. And you make a big deal. It's never enough for you idiots. Like, where's the line? You fucking piece of shits want us to eat table scraps. Expect us to eat table scraps at best to have any kind of representation in media. And you still shit a fucking brick. Like, fuck you, man. You want to, I actually wish, like, there was a year where, like, we just had nothing but, like, shows with no straight couples. Nothing but gay couples as the characters. You wouldn't see any straight people. Imagine that shit. I would like to see that. To see these stupid pieces of shits lose their shit. See how they like it. Because that's been the majority of media since the beginning of time. And also, fuck you, Matt Walsh, because if you know anything about media, anything about TV, and movies, especially the Hays Code, made it where you couldn't even have gay characters for many years. And even in my lifetime, you couldn't have gay characters on kids shows. You couldn't even have Harley Quinn be a lesbian on the Batman anime series, even though that was the plan. But you can have her getting beat up by the Joker. Because, yeah, why not show physical abuse or emotional abuse? But don't show her in a happy relationship with a woman, because that might scar the kids. Like, fuck you. If it came from a petition, who cares, man? Your bitch ass doesn't have to do anything to see straight Christian people on TV. You just get that. That's just given to you. Dipshit. But anyway, I'm angry enough. Thanks for watching. That's enough of our rant. Enough of our rage user. Have a great day.